Hey, welcome back to StumanRides. We're going to check out the BMW G 313R built by Native Enterprise Racing. This is a full-on race bike conversion. We're going to do a walk around of the bike, show you a little bit about it, and then we're going to take it out on the track and see what it's like to ride this bad boy. All right, so let's check out this BMW. We'll talk a little bit about it, give you a walk around of the bike, show you what's been done to it to convert it to a race bike, and then we'll take it out on the track and see how it rides. So this is a full superbike conversion done by Native Enterprise Racing. He builds a lot of these parts that are on this thing himself. Starting off with the front rotor, he's got a full custom, full floating front rotor on the front wheel. He's also got a set of Adriani forks in this bike. I see he's got a Solo 2 lap timer on it, and he's got a full fiberglass body kit that he does himself. Full superbike body kit with the upper, lower belly pan, tail section, all that stuff. See, he's got a beautiful carbon fiber Akrapovic exhaust. Is it Akrapovic or Akrapovic? I'm not sure. You tell me in the comments. Anyway, but yeah, this thing's pretty cool. You can see he's got a lever guard up here, so when we go racing, we get a little bit close to each other. It's actually a rule in the club that you have to have something blocking off the front brake lever in case you get too close to somebody. We don't want that front brake activated should you rub elbows with someone out on the racetrack. He's got driven rear sets on here. The foot pegs are all adjustable. You can move these around to suit your riding position. You can change the position of the levers, of course, for the rear brake and the shifter. And he's got a Nitron shock on the back as well. So Native Enterprise Racing's also built a special chain and sprocket kit for this. It's a 415 chain, so it's a little bit thinner, makes it a little bit lighter, helps the engine spin up a little bit better, a little less friction through the chain as well. And he's got a custom set of sprockets to go with that chain that he machines himself as well. Yeah, so Native Enterprise Racing's got their case covers on here. Those are nice. That's also a rule out here at Chuckwalla. You got to have protection for the cases on your bike, so he's got those set up. He's also got a full intake kit on this thing, so it removes the air box, gets you a little bit better flow, a few more horsepower. Every horsepower, I think, is going to make the difference on these ultra lightweight bikes, so he's got that set up as well. I see he's got some stainless steel brake lines on this thing, so you should get some pretty good braking feel. So he's got the stock Brembo brakes that come from the factory along with the stock pads on this bike, so those are up to the task of... So stock, this bike makes about 32 horsepower, and with the work that's been done to it, it's up to about 36 horsepower. So that's a 4 horsepower increase over stock, which might not seem a lot, but when you think about it as a percentage of your horsepower, it's actually quite a bit. Every horsepower on these bikes counts, so having a 4 horsepower difference from stock is actually pretty significant on a bike that only has 36 horsepower. Also, stock, the bike weighs about 345 pounds, and this one is about 305 pounds, so we're taking a bunch of weight off the stock bike as well, which is again going to make all the difference in the world on an ultra lightweight race bike. So any weight that you can shave off the bike is super important, and any horsepower that you can add is going to make all the difference when it comes to racing. So I think that's pretty much it for the bike itself. A little more horsepower, a little less weight, a lot better suspension. Should make the bike pretty cool on the track. So we'll take it out on the track and see how it feels. All right, so we just got off the track riding the BMW G 313 and super fun. Really like the seating position on the bike. I'm able to sit very comfortably, lots of leg room from the seat to the pegs, which is cool. And there's still a lot of cornering clearance, so you can lean the bike way over and not have to worry about grinding the pegs. So that was pretty sweet. Reach to the handlebars, all the ergonomics on the bike felt really good. Very comfortable bike, easy to latch your knees onto the gas tank. That allows you to kind of hang off and still stay relaxed. You got to hang off on these little bikes because you're trying to maintain as much corner speed as you can. So the faster you're going through the corners, the more you have to lean the thing over. And if you can do anything to try and alleviate a little bit of lean angle, that's definitely a good thing. So, and corner speed is what these little bikes are all about. So on this track, riding mostly in 4th and 5th gear and not really using much brake at all in most corners. I think most corners, if you roll off the throttle just a little bit, that's more than enough to get the bike turned. There's a couple corners, in particular the one I'm standing in, turn 16, which going this direction turns into like turn 1 basically. You got to brake a little bit. Down at the end of the back straight, turn 10, you got to brake a little bit, but not really a whole lot of braking when you're on an ultra lightweight bike like this one. I got to kind of compare it a little bit to the Kawasaki 400s. There was a couple racers on those bikes out on the track while I was riding, and so I got to kind of mix it up with them a little bit. And this thing definitely holds its own in the corners, no issues there. Loses a little bit of ground on the straightaways, just doesn't have the horsepower that the Kawi 400s have, but it's got a lot less displacement too, so that's understandable. But in any case, the bike worked really well, able to maintain a ton of corner speed, had a really good time mixing it up with some of the other bikes out there. And yeah, just had a blast riding this thing. So if you would like to build one of these, hit up Native Enterprise Racing on Instagram, Facebook. They can sell you the parts that you need. They can build one for you if you like. And he's got everything you need to make a race bike out of your BMW. So hit those guys up. And yeah, I guess that's it for this video. If you like the video, give it a like on YouTube. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Helps me out. The more subscribers I get, it's definitely better for the channel. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching StumanRides. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you back here real soon with another video.